Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Motown's Wrestling Review. I am your host, the president of the Motown's Wrestling Group on Facebook, Tony Motown Allen. And before I get started, I want to give a shout out to the First Lady of Motown's Wrestling Group, Ty Nickerson. She is my right hand with the Motown's Wrestling Group. If you're part of the wrestling group, you know it's one of the best goddamn wrestling groups in the fucking Facebook itself. And a big reason for that is my first lady. She's been holding it down left and right. I've been not as active in there as I should be, or as I have been in the past. Partially because some technical difficulties I've been having and everything, but the first lady's doing her thing and holding it down. So my hat's off to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Couldn't do it without you, girl. And as I bring you reviews for Raw and SmackDown, Ty always in the group has her reviews for NXT, sometimes TNA, some other stuff and everything. So whatever I don't cover, she normally does in the wrestling group. I don't know anybody who watches more wrestling than this woman, so definitely check her out and everything. She's one of the most knowledgeable people in my life when it comes to professional wrestling. Now, today I'm doing a double episode because I didn't review Saturday Night's Main Event, the 4 matches that they had. And so I'm going to do them, and then I'm going to do Monday Night Raw. But before I get into the actual review of Saturday Night's Main Event, I know Saturday Night's Main Event is getting a lot of credit for being a glorified house show. A lot of people criticize the lack of matches in there. I personally kind of was on the fence on how this show was going to go. I honestly really enjoyed it. They only have 4 matches. It was a 2-hour show. I mean, this show was actually technically shorter than Raw or SmackDown. It kind of reminded me of old school on Saturday Night's Main Event and everything, though. I don't think that if they hype it up as big as some of the other shows. But to be honest with you, Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day, in its heyday and everything, maybe had one good match, 2 tops, to be honest with you. In a 90-minute slot that came on a late night after the fucking news on Saturday night. So to me, it is what it is and everything, though. But the matches itself for Saturday Night's Main Event, we're going to run it down. But before we get to that, though, Lily Garcia was ring announcing for Saturday Night's Main Event, and I thought that was a nice touch. And I'm not going to touch on it match by match, though, but the 2 world title matches, it was a big fight field thanks to Lily and Garcia. They waited till the wrestlers were in the ring, and then she announced them when they were in the ring together, like a big fight, kind of like old school Michael Buffer. But the other 2 matches who weren't world title matches, she announced them when they're coming out there, though. I kind of like the difference that she did there, kind of having that touch like, hey, this is the main event, though, so we're going to give this a little different touch when it comes to the ring announcing. My hat's off to you, Lily, and you're one of the GOATs. Opening bout is for the WWE Championship, I believe. Sometimes I forget which one's WWE, which one's the world. But Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. He's taking on Drew McIntyre. And in this match, if he gets disqualified or counted out, he loses the title and everything. So, overall, pretty decent match and everything. Real quick before I get into my review, I gotta do my one and only part that I love for Cody Rhodes. Whoa! Now, Cody Rhodes, though, this match was it was okay. I gave the match itself a B-. I'm not gonna go into a lot of details on what happened in the matches itself. Pretty decent match. Cody Rhodes hit him with the DDT, and then and onto the belt that Drew McIntyre brought into the ring, and then he hit him with the crossroads and got the win. Like I said, I gave this match a B-. I thought it was pretty decent, nice way to kick off the show. And with the with only 4 matches and 2 world title matches, I think this was a good choice for the opening bout. And on my predictions, if you saw my last review, I am 1-0 on my predictions. Next up, we had the Women's Championship match, and it is titty time. Oh, yeah, Tiffany Stratton, and I would put it on them titties like this. Jay scares me. I put it on Jade like this as well, but I might judge a little soft on her because she kind of scares me a little bit. But this match itself, if you guys saw my reviews, I did pick Jade Cargill to win. I just kind of think that it's her time. Jade Cargill wrestled a more confident match. I mean, Jade has been improving over and over again in the ring, though, but I think she looked a lot more confident. And I'll be honest with you, when I say a lot more confident, this reminded me of AEW confident Jade Cargill. So I like the Jade that we saw in this match. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton with the Jeff Hardy Swanton. But Jade Cargill hit the fucking Jada to get the win. Jade Cargill is the new women's champ. It's about fucking time. I love titty time and all, and y'all know I love me some Tiffany Stratton, but I predicted Jade to win. I'm 2-0 in my predictions. I gave this match a B+, but it's about goddamn time Jade Cargill is getting a run with a singles title. Now, I know I said I'm not going to go into a lot of details on the matches and everything, but the next match I'm going to mention, in my opinion, was the best match of Saturday Night's main event. It was a triple threat featuring Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom. He is the greatest luchador of all times. He is the greatest Guerrero of all times. He is the greatest Mysterio of all times. He is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. He is the greatest AAA Champion of all times. He is the greatest lover of all times. Look at his roster. Fucking Rhea Ripley. And then Liv Morgan. With Roxanne Perez in the warm-up batting cage over there. Name somebody that had a better roster in the 3-year period than Dirty Dom. The greatest of all time. Future Hall of Famer, in my goddamn opinion. Now, Dirty Dom was defending his title against two people. He had to beat two people. Rusev and Penta. Not just two people, but you talk about Rusev as a fucking beast. And Penta. Now, I mean, Dirty Dom calls himself the king of the luchadors, but Penta was the king of Lucha Underground. Breaking motherfuckers' arms and shit. But, match winner, this was, actually they had a funny moment in this match. I want to get into a lot of it though, but I believe it was Rusev that had Penta beat, was pinning him, and Dirty Dom rang the bell. I mean, the match ended, Rusev thought he won, kind of find out it was Dirty Dom that rang the bell. The match wasn't officially over. He tried to use the hammer, but it doesn't matter. Eddie Guerrero frog splash. I'm sorry. Now, I joke around about how great Dominic Mysterio is on some extent, though, but y'all gotta give him some credit on the goddamn frog splash, though. Every bit as good as his daddy, if not better. Dirty Dom gets the win. I gave this a match at A-, match of the night, and I'm 3-0 on my predictions. And now it's time for the main event. And it's time to do some yeeting. And we got the yeet on Saturday Night's main event. Me, oops. Day one, it's just me, oos. Day one, it's just me, oos. Day one, it's... So we had some good yeeting at Saturday Night's main event. So I was pretty happy with that. Jey Uso came out. He was yeeting. Everybody was yeeting. And this is one thing that I love, you love, my mom loves, everybody loves. We love when we get to run it back. And we definitely got to run it back and do a little bit more yeeting. So, nice. I mean, I love when he kicks off, when he comes out there and yeet. But come on now. What do you see? The cult of personality. Out comes AJ's husband, CM Punk. And speaking of AJ, where the fuck's my boo? Where the fuck is my boo? You bring my boo back, my number one boo. AJ's ahead of Tiffany Stratton. She's ahead of Mandy Rose. She's ahead of Trish Stratus. I haven't seen my boo in some weeks. Not skipping around or nothing. I have a lot of boos. Y'all know I got a lot of boos. And most of my boos got big titties. Most of them do. Not AJ. AJ's my all-natural boo. And another thing that I love about my boo, AJ, she's my mom's favorite boo of my boos. My mom loves some Skippy, so we need some more Skippy, though. But this title match, actually pretty decent match and everything. I did, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I get a match of B. I am 4-0 my predictions because CM Punk did win. I did like the drama they have. I liked all they gave in this match and everything. Jay hit him with the GTS. CM Punk hit him with the spear. And then, But CM Punk had to hit a couple of GTS. Even in the thing when he fell on the shoulders, picked him up, boom, hit him with the GTS again. Got the 1, 2, 3. CM Punk wins the title clean. Finally, he's a world champion. And CM Punk, just to give you guys something, I posted this in Motown's wrestling group. So what I'm about to say, if you're in the group, you already know it. CM Punk won the title in the 2000s, the 2010s, and now in the 2020. He's a 3-decade champion. So hats off to CM Punk. But like I said, I gave this match a B. There was 4 matches, and the 2 title matches, all honestly, got the lowest grade. I gave the women's what's it, the women's, yeah, I gave the women's title match a B plus, and I gave the triple threat an A minus. So the 2 championship matches, the opening match and the main event were my lowest grades though. But when your lowest grade is a B, it's overall not a bad night and everything. I didn't have a tap out in this match in the night and everything. Definitely several great moments in here, from like Dirty Diamond getting his win, Jade Cargill finally getting her win, CM Punk winning the title and everything. So several great moments in Saturday night's main event. And they also announced the Last Time Is Now tour. So they're going to have a tournament, a 16-man tournament, and it could be anybody from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or outside of WWE that could be in this tournament to see who's going to face John Cena. I mean, hopefully, on a hand, I kind of hoping for like a Edge or a Chris Jericho though, but I'm not sure they're gonna go that far outside the company. Somehow I think outside the company is gonna be TNA or AAA, but we'll wait to see though. But they're teasing it with somebody outside the company as well. But I really think that is kind of like just to kind of get people's juices flowing, hoping for a Jericho or an Edge. But ultimately, I don't think we're gonna get that. I think the outside the company is gonna be a letdown. But they announced 2 matches at Raw for the tournament. You're going to have fucking Rusev taking on Damian Priest and Nakamura taking on Sheamus. So I'll be honest with you, the first 4 names in here is like they're decent. But the way they've been booking these guys, I'm just kind of like, There wasn't really any blockbuster like super big names that get me excited to see like who's going to face John Cena at in his last match. But next we got the Monday Night Raw review. I'm going to try to go a little faster on this one because I spent a little bit more time on the other one. So let's get right into it though. CM Punk kicked off Raw. And when I say kicked off Raw, I mean, you had a Monday Night Raw and they legit. CM Punk was out there for 26 fucking minutes. I mean, he wasn't out there alone, but he kicked off the Raw and then talk about all the multiple people that he could take on. Logan Paul comes out and throw his name in the hat, try and jump ahead of the line. CM Punk tried to dismiss him and everything, but when Logan Paul came out there, Paul Heyman and the Bronze came out, basically telling him, like, you better step back, get the fuck up out the ring or we're going to hurt you. And it looked like Logan Paul was about to turn face and everything, help out CM Punk against the Bronze and everything, but it ended with a tsunami on Logan Paul for like sticking his nose in the business, and Punk saved him with the chair though. But interesting way to kick off Raw though, a long way to kick off Raw though. 26 minutes in his opening segment though, but it was entertaining. And now we kick off the first match of the night. I was happy to see Stephanie McMahon come out and all that ass. Oh my god! And her pronoun, as much as I hate that bitch Bella, though, she got some nice titties and ass her goddamn self. But Nikki Bella don't do much for her being in the ring. I put it on her like Dush. This is my Dush team because Nikki Bella could get a little bit. I might blame the alcohol when I fuck Nikki, but she could get it drunk or sober. I ain't gonna lie. As much as I don't like that bitch, I'll give it to her. Stephanie McMahon, oh my god, my up and coming boo. AJ, don't get mad at me, don't go crazy on me. I said up and coming boo. You my number 1 boo, AJ. But Stephanie McMahon, man, she passed Tiffany Stratton, that's for fucking sure. But they are taking on Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. Oh my god. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Johnny from my wrestling group, as well as Adam, because in the Funhouse, Johnny pointed out how hot Roxanne Perez is, and Adam pointed out like that ass is underrated. Both you guys are absolutely right. Y'all need to put some respect on Roxanne Perez's name. I mean, I know that bitch is about 5 foot tall. I have a thing for little people and midgets, and she's a little bit taller than a midget, but she's short enough to make daddy happy. But this match itself, we got the devil's kiss. Ah. Oh yeah. And she hit Roxanne with that. Roxanne take that devil's kiss so nice because I mean you just see both them hands flying up. Anyway, but the match itself, Nikki Bella being Nikki Bella as always though. She got hit with the pop rocks, took the 1, 2, 3. You know why Nikki Bella lost this match? Because as much as I would put it on Nikki Bella, that bitch sucks. Sucks. Stephanie the Cure though. Oh yeah. I gave the match a B minus though overall. Could have probably had a higher grade if Stephanie Vicura had a better tag team partner. That's for fucking sure. Next up, we have a Grande Americano with all his Americanos out there with him. Taking on taking on Penta. This was a really, really good match. I gave it an A minus. I'm running along, so I'm not going to go into too much details on this though, but let's just say the Mexican Destroyer's off the rope on a Grande Americano. Penta gets the 1, 2, 3. Very, very good match. I liked that a lot and everything though. So, but Penta with the win, a much needed win after like constantly losing the Dirty Diamond in title matches, trying to get the IC title though. So I'm happy to see Penta get back on the winning track. Need to stay away from Dirty Dom. Speaking of Dirty Dom, Dirty Dom came out for an interview segment and everything, and man, the people absolutely love Dirty Dom. He's out there bragging about all the stuff that he's done. He's bragging about how great he is and everything, and then out come his deadbeat illegitimate dad, like this wannabe father, Rey Mysterio. But and it's kind of cool because they kept these two apart for so long. When they was in there, it felt like a big moment though, and the fans could feel it. There was like the holy shit chants when the two of them were in the ring together. We haven't seen them in the ring that much at all in the last couple of years. But Eddie Guerrero was talking about how Dominic talked about this and that, how he's great as this, great as that, great as luchador. Throw some names out there, including Eddie Guerrero. And then a moment of the night, Dominic Mysterio told Rey Mysterio, "Keep my daddy's name out your mouth." That shit was fucking phenomenal. Sorry, AJ. Great moment and everything. We've been wanting him to acknowledge Eddie. He's basically Eddie Guerrero in the ring. Like he does. I mean, he does the 619. He is the greatest 619 person of all time. But other than the 619, he's Eddie Guerrero in the ring. But it was nice to see that he actually said that because, oh God, the IWC's been wanting that. I've been wanting that. I mean, everybody been wanting him to like at least acknowledge Eddie. So great moment of the night, moment of both nights and everything. I mean, that beat anything I was on Saturday Night's Main Event too, in my opinion. Next up, we have Bayley and Lara Valkyria taking on the Kabuki Warriors. Ike Turner herself, Asuka, and Tina Turner herself, Kairi Sane. But I'm happy they really haven't been doing too much Ike and Tina lately. I gotta give it up to the women's tag team for the last couple of weeks and everything. Charlotte and Alexa have been doing their thing. Fucking Asuka and Kairi Sane have been doing their thing. Bayley and Lara Valkyria have been doing their thing too as a tag team. Can't stand them bitches, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. Them two had a banger of a match against Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss last week, and this week was no different. They had a banger of a match against the Kabuki Warriors. They've been losing them, but they've been putting on some good matches and everything. Asuka ended up making Asuka and Lara Valkyria had a good altercation. Asuka made Lara Valkyria tap in this match, which was I'm pretty happy to see. I would have been happy if Bayley tapped, but Lara Valkyria did knock Lara Valkyria did knock Bayley onto the floor, leading up to her tapping out to Asuka. I'm gonna get it right, or I'm gonna get drunk. One of the two. And then the Kabuki Warriors looking like they're on the same page and everything. This match, I gave it an A- to. It tied it tied, what was it, Penta and El Grande Americano for the match of the night, which is pretty good considering the participants and all that shit. But Alexa Bliss and Charlotte came out to make sure that they got the save Lara Vakira, because it looked like the Kabuki Warriors were about to take her out, but they left the ring, and it looked like we're about to have a match with those two teams for the women's title coming up. Definitely looking forward to that. And next up, we have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defending their titles against the Judgment Day. I was really hoping the Judgment Day won their titles back, but that didn't happen. Sheamus was involved in this, and Shirley was involved in this. We had a moment where we thought JD McDonough with the Shirley pinned AJ Styles, but Dragon Lee made the save. But they ended up keeping the tag team titles. Whatever. I gave the match a C. There was a lot going on, and you had a lot of good people in this match. JD McDonough is so underrated and such a phenomenal talent. I put him up there with AJ as far as like in-ring talent goes. AJ is phenomenal, one of the GOATs in the business and everything though. But this match though was just kind of like an for me though. But it is what it is. I gave it a C. And the main event for Monday Night Raw, you had CM Punk and Jey Uso, because they had a little backstage segment earlier, and they have mutual, even though like they just fought each other a couple of days ago, they agreed to team up against the Bronze, Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Jey Uso come out for some yeeting, and I'm not excited right now. You know why? Because Netflix decided to go to commercial during my yeet. But this match ended in a double count out, so it was kind of like, I gave it back to C+. I mean, it was a half-a decent match though, but I didn't like the finish to it. I mean, a double count out. And it also, we saw a super spear on, if I remember right, CM Punk. No, on Jey Uso when they were trying to get CM Punk, and Jey Uso also ate a fucking tsunami. And they were about to take on CM Punk, but then Logan Paul came out there because after earlier today, his fake face turn, he came out there to help CM Punk. And Jey Uso put the brass nuts on, about to take out the bronze, and then boom, knock CM Punk the fuck out. Handed over the brass nuts to Paul Heyman. Pretty interesting in the way they end the show and everything. I'm not quite sure if he's part of the vision now or just Paul Heyman called it a favor. But I gave it, like I said, gave the match a B-. Pretty decent overall. Didn't like the ending, but what happened before the finish and what happened after the finish was overall pretty entertaining though. So pretty decent Monday Night Raw. But before I go, fuck you YouTube TV. Fuck you Disney. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Concerning Monday Night Football, because of the whole Disney deal with YouTube TV. And YouTube TV just steadily going up on their price and giving me less and less. When it was $65 a month, I got everything. I could watch everything I wanted to watch, I watched on YouTube TV. Now I'm spending like $100 a month on YouTube TV, and I got to go to Netflix for this. I got to go to fucking Max for this. I got to go to Prime for this. Now I got to go to ESPN app for this. I got to go to too many goddamn places to be paying you motherfuckers $100 a month. So it's about time to end my toxic relationship with fucking YouTube TV. Fuck y'all.